Now, how did you get into the media field? It's kind of still plays a part with the music, but it's a different aspect in a sense.
As you can see, I'm kind of long-winded. I can talk to anybody. Yeah. We can chop it up.
I like the way you do your interviews.
I appreciate that. That's funny you say. Like, that's a great question that you asked me that. So, like I said, me and Kilo was partners. Now we partners. We together in college. But I know he finna go to barber school. Now I'm pulling up to the barber school, speaking to him, saying what's up, this and that and the other. And he was starting to do the stuff with Tab. Now this is a little later, so now I done tried to work. I was working at GM. That worked like a couple months. They fired me. I had never been late to anything. I've been late to everything in my life, including my funeral. But I ain't never been late to General Motors. They still fired me. So the hell with General Motors.
That's a little distance to be driving too.
Man, that was like 30 minutes.
General Motors. So
wow. Man, you're a bad man. Salute you. So, and you gotta have a good car too, because they're just breaking down on the side of the road. That don't work. So all this time had passed and I wasn't really doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't buying CDs like that. I had started me a moving company and I named it Keep It Moving. And that was the name of my moving company. Shout out to Yo Banger. He had a song back in the day. Yeah. I told him I was going to steal it too. He know I was going to steal that Keep It Moving. If he ain't used, I said, you ain't patting it, dog. I'm taking that Keep It Moving. And my mom's name her nickname is Kim. So that was perfect. I you know what I mean? I used both of them. And I had started selling the music on flash drives. All the while, the CDs had kind of like drifted off, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I pulled up on people and a lot of people knew me. It was like to promote my moving company, and I still had the music, so it was like Keep It Moving. I had that going, and it was a dark time in my life at that time. I had a couple more kids. And I was like on kid 4 at that time, you know what I'm saying? Fourth mom. So I was really trying to figure it out, right? But I knew I wanted to get in media. I always watched Drink Champs. I always watched interviews. I always watched. YouTube was getting bigger at this time, 2015, 16, in that area, you know what I mean? And I asked my daughter, one of my kids was going to Princess Storm's mother's daycare. Mm-hmm. So I seen Princess Storm. I'm like, hey, Princess Storm, hey, I love what you're doing. I want to get on. I just want to intern up at 104. You think you can help me out? She's like, yeah, I got you. But we never got it together. Yeah. And my partner, Kilo G, was cousins with DJ Tab. And DJ Tab had started a streaming radio station, but I still didn't know. I just knew it as a radio station. Yeah. So look, all the people out there, I don't knock y'all. Y'all be trying to find a radio station and stuff. I know, but I be telling y'all, download the app. It's a streaming radio station. I seen Kilo doing it. I asked him like, hey, you know, we partners, bro. What you got going on? He like, yeah, you like this? You could come pull up on me. I didn't pull up on them in their first spot that they were at. They moved. I think he was doing it out his loft or something like that. Tab was. Yes. And come to the spot we at now. You can pull it up before. I want to say this on live on the interview too, man. I was just close to calling you and telling you to come, and the next day I see you at the station getting shout out to Kizzy, though. Kizzy had got you. I was like, dang, he got me.
I've been on it twice though.
I know. You gotta come over. I got the people, my other people. They gotta hear you. They gotta hear your story for sure. Roy actually told me about you too. Shout out to Roy. But he was doing it, and they moved. So I had like pulled up on them, and like I said, I've been watching and studying the game. That it was actually just natural for me. It was like my calling when I pulled up. He like had some segment, some ratchet segment or something. We would go back and forth. We would talk. And I'm telling you, dog, I pulled up that day and I ain't left since. And that was in 2018.
It was Ratchet Mondays.
Yep, Monday Night Raw, Ratchet Radio. Yep, for sure. For sure. So that, it kind of like fell in my lap, but like it was something that I already wanted to do. As a kid growing up too, I knew I wanted to be on the radio. I wanted to be, when Shorty, I always tell this story too, Shorty won the the hottest youngin, being able to host on the radio. And he had his own show, and it was a contest. He won when we were in high school. I wanted to do that, but like I said, I was messing up at that time, and my mama wasn't going for that. You not missing school to go be on the radio. Like, nah. And then when I interviewed him later and heard his story, I wasn't gonna win no way. That was him. That was all him. Yeah, that was him. So when this opportunity came back around, it was like, man, I'm just gonna be on it, and it worked, man. It's been working ever since, for real.
And then you say you stuck around to like 2018, but then 2020 is when you got your own spot. Yeah. So February 1st, 2020, I get my own show. They give me my own show. It's the Kenny Mo Show, each and every Saturday, 7 to 9. And man, I was just so excited. My first guest was my oldest daughter. Mm-hmm. She was a violinist. She did dance, and she had a YouTube channel. So I brought her up on the show, and it was like a blessing. It was everything, man, and it was like sky's finna be the limit, and then the world shut down. I was just like rain. The world shut down, man. But it was the gift and the curse, because now that was February. By March, end of March, the world shut down. But I was a essential worker, so I still got to go to the radio station. So that's kind of how I blew up. Everybody didn't have no choice but to look at me do the radio and be on the internet and stuff like that, and people would still be able to come. We 6 feet apart. It wasn't a bunch of people in the studio. They counted radio as essential? Yeah,
they was counted as essential, man, because we were under the health department. So it worked, man, and it like exploded for me, and it was like I said, in the pandemic, I kind of blew up in the pandemic for me, because it gave me something to do, something new to do. Everybody was fooling with me, everybody was pulling up, and like my anxiety be on like 10 now, because I got to be outside. I'm used to just being in. So it was the gift of the curse for sure.
Yeah. That's kind of like how, like you said, 2020 when I started to blow up.
Yeah, man.
I've been had views from artists probably like since 2000, like I want to say 18, 19.
Got you.
But I kind of, I just stopped. I wasn't really doing it. Like I was doing something else. Then like 2020, I just took off.
Yeah. And it's like they actually was looking at it, so it was good. You know what I'm saying? I like I said, I have a lot of people like you. Like I was like, I'm a fan of what you doing, and you telling me like, man, you doing your thing. I'm like, I ain't even know he paying attention to what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So I was having like a lot of people pull up on me, play music, tapping in with the artists, and that was another thing when I first started. He was playing STL music. And that's all. I've been a fan of STL. Like, I've been a fan of hip hop off the rip. But it's like, when Nelly came out and like Jaquan and Chingy, it was like, so the stuff that people do out in the world, we got that here in St. Louis. And I just always fool with the STL artists. So that was like everything to me too. Like, we giving the outlet to the STL artists. And that was big. That was like a selling point for me. Like, I want to get down with this so I could get around the STL artists.
Yeah.